Hey guys, welcome to Deep South. Today I'm in the kitchen and we are participating in a collaboration with Two Family Homestead. It is called our favorite holiday dessert. Okay, here at Deep South, Danny has one favorite. One and one only. All the rest are second to this one, his pecan cookies. So I'm going to make the pecan cookies today, show you what we put in them, and they're very simple, really very, very simple. We hope that you will try this recipe and let it become a holiday favorite for you because it's very easy. 3 ingredients, that's it, no problem. Okay, you have your pecans, you have your egg whites, and you have your brown sugar. That's it, pecan, egg whites, and brown sugar. Make sure it is egg whites. If you add the yolks in, it changes the whole texture of the cookie. Okay, so this collaboration was started by Two Family Homestead. In the description below, there'll be a link to her playlist. And Sherry started this so that people would get a huge variety of recipes for the holiday season. And we're gonna be doing this on Crazy Days, so go over and check Crazy Days. Go down and check all the channels. I mean, she's shooting for like 50, 60 channels right now and possibly 100. So I'm tagging Freedom Acres and Scratch Made Homestead right now. And over on Crazy Days, I'm gonna tag a couple of more people. Okay guys, one thing you do, you need 2 cups of pecans. As you can see, I put this in our food processor. I had whole pecans. If you can buy pecan bits, you can save that process, but 2 cups of whole pecans go in first. I know approximately my food processor just how many pecans it takes to make 2 cups, so you may have to experiment around. If you do a little too many pecans, add another egg white if it doesn't hold together like you want. Then 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar. Very simple. And I mix this together first so that the brown sugar and the pecans are really mixed well. Use your hands. This is a great off-grid recipe. Works really good if you don't need a hand mixer or anything. Cracking the pecans if you have them fresh and getting them to this point here might be a little more difficult off-grid. It'll take you a little bit of time, but it's doable. We have an old-fashioned off-grid pecan, I guess you would call it chopper. And I guess I need to stop right now and show you our pecan chopper, don't I? Okay guys, so this is an old-fashioned pecan chopper. You can see the handle was just hand done out of a piece of wood. It has a piece of a metal around it with a screw in it holding this on. It looks like a mason jar in a way, and this top screws on, and it has measurements on the sides. Just standard. On this side, a 1/4 of a cup, a 1/2 a cup, 3/4, 1 cup, 1 1/4, 1 1/2, up to 2 cups. That's it. On the back side, the third, 2/3, 1 cup, 1 1/3. You know, so this was standard back in the day. But this is the deal. This little block of wood here is made to fit in the bottom here of the jar. That's so that when you are using this and you press down, you are not chopping onto glass, you're chopping onto wood. The little bottom, hey, it's just little blades. They're very sharp. It has a spring, you can see that. The top screws on, and this goes up and down. So when you put it in there and you screw on the top, you just, and you can turn it, and the more you turn it, the more you're chopping your pecans or any other type of nuts, or you could do onions, peppers, whatever, but it's an old-timey, off-grid nut chopper, if you will. Okay, so we've almost got this to where the pecans and the brown sugar is mixed. That's 2 cups of pecans, 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar, and we're going to set this aside for right this minute. Next process, 2 eggs. If it doesn't work really well, you do 3, but right now we're doing 2. So you want to separate these eggs really well and get the egg white out. And I did that backwards. It should have went into my cookies. Let's do it this way like I should have. These are fresh eggs too, guys. And you just let that fall. You want only the egg whites. And then you save the egg yolks. We're going to be making stuff later today, so the egg yolks will be saved. I'll put a lid on this, put it in the fridge, use it later. The eggshells will go into compost. We always use those for compost. Sometimes I feed them back to the chickens after they've been baked and crushed for eggs, for the calcium, but it is whatever I decide to do with it here on the homestead, so we don't waste any of this. You simply mix up, and you want to know that it's actually sticking together. Mix really, really well, and mainly you're just whitewashing the pecans and brown sugar with an egg white. Just simply, that's all there is to it. If you want to make almond cookies this way, instead of pecans, you use almonds. You can use any type nut you want to make this. I just do pecans because Danny likes pecans. So you see it sticks together so that when you start making a cookie, it holds together. And the last step is simply to put your cookies here. And you make them as big or as small as you want. It's up to you. I just try to get them all on the paper. Sometimes I make bigger cookies, sometimes smaller. Danny seems to prefer the smaller ones, so let's do this. Let's rearrange. And when you come back, you pat them down just a little. You don't want them up. You can make them in circles, ever how you prefer it, but they will not run. If they're done right, they will work out perfectly like little pecan cookies. So we're gonna finish out this tray. All right, there's our pecan cookies. They're going into the oven at 375 for 12 to 15 minutes. You want to check them at 12 minutes because you do not want to overcook them. But if you like them touch browned, then you want to go the 15 minutes. We'll see how they turn out. All right, this is what they're looking like at 12 minutes, guys. Danny likes his a little bit browner, so I'm going to put them in for a couple of more minutes and then we're taking them out. Okay, our cookies are out of the oven and they're still on the pan. What I do, I have a rack like this, and I just transfer the whole sheet so they can cool. And then this can be put up. I'll let them cool for about 5 to 10 minutes, and we'll let Danny try one and see what he thinks. You just peel the cookies off. And they're golden brown on both sides. And you have Chewy, chewy, delicious cookie. You want to try a cookie?
Fresh homemade pecan cookies. Guys, this is God's gift to the human race.
Do I get a bite?
Oh.
What do you think? So our holiday favorite, or Danny's holiday favorite recipe, dessert would be the pecan cookies. And remember, you can change it to almond, any kind of nut you want. Easy made, 3 ingredients. And guys, check out in the description below Two Family Homestead's playlist for all the other recipes. You'll probably find a dessert you'll like. We hope you'll like Danny's pecan cookies.
If you don't, you need to be prayed for.
Thank you guys from Deep South Homestead.